Hey everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Green Minimalist Life. Today I will talk about how you can save energy in your house and thus reduce your greenhouse emissions. Nowadays we have many appliances in the house that require electricity, whether it's refrigerator, stove, washing machine and so on. These appliances consume electricity and consequently greenhouse emissions. With the right use of electric appliances, you can reduce your consumption of electricity immensely. This way, you do not only do something good for the environment, but you also save some money. Let's have a look at the common appliances in a typical household and how you can reduce your electricity consumption. First, the fridge. Don't place the fridge next to the stove, oven or dishwasher machine, but place it to a cool environment. If the surrounding temperature of the fridge is high, then more energy is used to keep the temperature cool inside the fridge. Also, defrost frozen meals, for example like bread, in the refrigerator for an extra cold kick. Also, place cooked food in the fridge only after it cooled down. Also good to know, when you keep the temperature of the fridge to a maximum of 7 degrees instead of 5 degrees, then you would already save 20 kilograms of CO2. Let's have a look at the freezer. Similar to the fridge, place the freezer to a cool place, for instance to the basement if possible. Additionally, keeping the temperature to minus 18 degrees should be sufficient. Every extra minus degree produces unnecessary electricity and thus also CO2. Also, a freezer consumes up to 45% more electricity when the freezer is iced up. So remove the ice by letting it melt for a day. And lastly, open the door of the freezer as short as possible and pay attention also that the door is closed properly. Let's have a look to another kitchen item, namely the stove and oven. So if you do not cook with a pot lid, you produce a third more of the energy. For instance, if you would cook with a pot lid 5 days in a row, you would save around 100 kilograms carbon dioxide when you would not use the lid. Select a pot that also matches to the size of the stove plate. If the pot is smaller than the plate, then the heat is lost at the edges of the plate when cooking. Also, the other way around, if the pot is too big for the plate, the cooking might take time a little bit longer, and also you would this way use more energy. Also a tip from my mom, turn off the stove 5 to 10 minutes before the meal is cooked. The meal will continue to cook with the rest of the heat. Also, if you use a pressure cooker, the cooking time is reduced by approximately 50%, and thus also here you can reduce your electricity consumption. What I also didn't know is that you can boil the water or heat the water in the water boiler instead of boiling in the pot, since it also saves up to 50% less energy. Also, the last tip, do not use too much water when steaming veggies. Around 0.1 liter water should be sufficient to cook the veggies. Let's have a look at different electric appliances, namely laptop and smartphones. So first, use the energy saving options of the devices that you have, for example by reducing the screen brightness. This principle goes also for the smartphone. Always turn off your laptop instead of keeping it in the standby mode, to save here also a lot of energy. What I also didn't know, it is recommended to unplug the charger from the wall socket when your laptop or phone is fully charged, as your charger will continue to consume electricity otherwise. Also, another interesting fact, remove apps that you are not using, as they will also consume more power even if you're not actively using them. So just make a clean up on your phone. Lastly, recycle old cell phones or laptops at the recycling center and do not dispose them in the household garbage, as they are very valuable, rare resources in these appliances. Lastly, let's have a look at the washing machine and the tumble dryer. Here I can give you the following tips. So wash only when the washing machine is filled up with clothes, and make also use of the economy program that your washing machine has. Also wash at low temperatures to avoid higher electricity consumptions. When it comes to the tumble dryer, use the dryer only with the maximum load allowed and only if it's necessary. In my opinion, the best story is simply air. Whenever possible, hang the laundry out in the air or outside in your garden or balcony. So I hope you enjoyed today's content. If you have any other advice on how to save energy in your house, feel free to share in the comments below. So that's from my side today on the topic on how you can save energy in your house. If you want to receive updates or if you're new to this channel, feel free to subscribe my channel.